What's up guys, Andrews here with another video for you. Today we're going to take a look at the Global Labs PC patch notes, so the test server PC patch notes, to see what we have in store for us in the coming weeks. So first up, a couple balance changes, mostly to Sorc, Musa, Maehwa, and that's pretty much it. So for Sorceress, don't worry, you're not getting nerfed somehow. Crow Flare now recovers 5 shards per use instead of 30 shards per successful block. And now Dead Hunt, Blade of Darkness, and Cry of Darkness now produce shards on hit. So their main focus was making shard generation a lot easier. That was one of the feedbacks that they got, and there you go, they delivered. I'm not too sure about the Crow Flare recovery. Being 5 shards now instead of 30 on the block. If you're a Sorc, let me know if that's actually easier for you to create shards that way. Now for Musa Awakening, probably the biggest thing here, Crust Crusher has been buffed. So now its crit rate boost used to be only PvE only. Now it also applies in PvP. And Dragon Drag effect has been added to the Dragon Yomjin skill. Don't know what they mean by that, wasn't able to find out. The activation speed of Crust Crusher has been increased, so it's faster. That's one of the downsides of that skill. He's very slow in that animation, so it's a lot faster now. And the Crust Crusher cooldown has also been decreased by 3 seconds. The CC effect of Twister has been changed from stiffness to floating now, and the split damage on skills has been removed. This also affects Maehwa as well. So I believe the split damage also affects Musa Succession, but they weren't specific on that. So Maehwa Succession, they've improved to obtain a red sword buff even when using Chase off cooldown up to 2 stages. And when the red sword buff is in the first or second stage, it has been improved so you can get the following effects. So it increased crit rate by 5% for 10 seconds for stage 1, and all AP plus 10 for 10 seconds for stage 2. And again, split damage on the skills has been removed according to the test server. So we'll see what that eventually entails. Now, central market wise, we've seen Pen Ogre and Pen Leighton max price increase by 30%. And Pen Crescent and Pen Eye of the Ruins Ring max price increased by 20%. We'll see how that actually affects our markets. Korean markets are just way more down the line than we are right now in terms of pen items sitting on the market, so that's probably a Korea change only. Now, alchemy stones wise, you can now use the new Odolita materials, so nickel, bramble, the Losha is the new farming item to fuel your alchemy stones. Again, we won't be seeing this for a while until after we get Odolita, of course. And now the Turos grind spot, the video I made on Turos 270p zone, I thought it was very low density, just not that great. It's a lot easier to grind on live servers from what I can tell, but again, it's not that good. So what they've done is they've added more density, that's good, and they've added higher rate of Kafrits, high rate of Ancient Spirit Powder, which is also basically Kafris, and higher rate of Blackstones. So that's really good changes overall. And they've also added a new elite monster that appears when 2 players or more players are in the area. So that's good to see. I guess it would work kind of like the Star's End elite mob that appears, or the even Shira Ruins elite mob, or the Blood Wolves elite mob that appears, something to just give you a little bit extra chances for the rare drops. I believe the Flame also drops here as well. So the last probably major change that we have is the Node War and Siege changes. So upcoming for us, we're going to be having a bunch of nodes being taken out of the game. So the number of nodes are going to drop by about 20 or 30, and that's going to improve supposedly the Node War scene and take out any sort of sniping guilds that have been trying to take out nodes, because just not enough guilds are doing Node Wars right now. So what they've done now is forts and military buildings can now cost more depending on the tier and siege. So if you're doing tier 1s, it'll be around 10 million for a fort, tier 2, 30 million, all the way up to 50 million in tier 3 and tier 4. That's a lot more than it used to be. Before, placing a fort, just one fort on a node, cost you basically nothing. It was kind of worthwhile if you had maybe 15 minutes of your time to just place a fort. You never know, you might get lucky and snipe that node, get some money for your guild. That's what sniping was all about. So now that's going to be a lot harder, because you can't really justify putting a node fort on a T3 that only has 1 fort placed for 50 mil, because you're probably going to lose 50 mil. I mean, sniping success rate is not high. So that's going to kill sniping. Durability of buildings are now higher in correlation to the tier of the node wars, so that's going to increase the duration of node wars now. Basically, it's going to take a lot longer to kill barricades, to kill forts. Also, barricades are now tiered. Every single item, basically, recovery centers, supply depots, they're all tiered now. So they're more expensive the higher tier that you do. I guess force people to do tier 1s and then tier 2 and then move up the ranks. But we'll see how that actually changes on our servers. This is probably going to come to Korea in the coming week. We'll see how they manage it. And we'll see if there's any changes to it by the time that we get it. There's also a quick little clip I want to show you guys on the Black Desert Seasons, because that is going to be live soon in Korea. That's basically sort of the Path of Exile Seasons thing that Black Desert wants to do. Pretty much, you create a new character that is specifically for a Black Desert Seasons channel. You can't actually use that character outside of that channel, and you progress without any sort of central market help or any actual gear that you already have to as high as you can go. There is no really set reward system as far as I can tell. But yeah, I just want to show you guys this little clip that I gave on basically the gear, because we can't really do much with it on test server. Unfortunately, they start you off at level 60, so that's not how the actual experience is going to be. So check this out. Okay, so we're going to take a look at the Black Desert Seasons. Can't really test it out right now fully, just because it's on test server over here. It's I believe about to be launched in Korea. You have a preliminary creation, but basically I want to go over a couple of things with Black Desert Seasons, which is basically a new server that's going to be launching within the game, that you can start a brand new character. You have to have the actual character slot, so if you're full on characters, you can't create another slot. You have to be within the confines of the 19 slots that we have right now. So it's basically a way of leveling an alt. So this is a server that will have different types of gear. So this is the Black Desert Seasons gear. This is the only type of gear you'll see. These drop from monsters. Unfortunately, I can't do that right now, because on Global Labs you start at 60, and right now everything around us is way too low level, so it's going to be pretty bad. But luckily for us, they added all the gear on the market, on the NPC for test server, so we can see what it does. So at base it's 4 AP and price 6 AP. We're going to see what the enhancement rates are. We also have new Blackstones that are specifically for this Black Desert Seasons gear. You can also see that it's the Akum look. So if you're worried about going through this Black Desert Seasons without an outfit, don't worry, the Akum look is pretty good. So you don't really have to worry about that. Everyone on that server, by the way, the Black Desert Seasons server, is going to be just like you, leveling an alt on the Black Desert Seasons server. No character can leave the server, and no characters can go into the Black Desert Seasons server. So in terms of base enhancements, 25%. It seems like slightly higher than normal stuff. Let's go with the boots first. So this is the new Blackstone. Obviously, it's going to be 100% enhancement all the way up to 5. Just click away. It's supposed to have higher enhancement rates. And you saw that it takes a lot of these Blackstones, so we have to actually get some more. Server's going to be running for a few months at least. And then at the end of it, supposedly you're supposed to be able to get your gear transferred to real gear on actual live channels and live servers, but we don't know much besides that. We don't know if that means if you get pen here, if that's going to create a pen, a pen heave, a pen green armor, or is it actually going to be boss armor? Not entirely sure. There we go. Triad base is 15%. I should be crawling these so it's easier. If you're an alcoholic, which there's a lot of people like that, you can kind of use this as a way to level. If you're kind of bored of the actual game and actual progression, you can progress in a different way. And that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know what you thought about these Musa Awakening changes specifically. That seems pretty fun. The Turos change, we'll see. And specifically, I want to know what you think about the node war changes, because if you're a guild that does node wars, let me know how that's going to affect you. I mean, it's not much more, but it does mean that if you're not a guild that's ready to win often, you're going to be losing a lot of money, and nowadays getting guild money is a bit difficult. So let me know in the comments down below. If you like this video, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. Every sub counts as we continue to grow. Don't forget to hit that bell icon as well. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.